all 4 make disappears in our deck in our hand with the Haughty Djinn. That's just not fair. Ladies and gentle mages, civilians across the multiverse, welcome back to another episode of Mana, and today we've got a juicer for you. We've got Consuming Djinn. That is right. So typically, obviously, we already kind of have seen the Tolarian Terror, the Haughty Djinn. We know how mono blue, tempo-y type of goes, but I kind of want to throw a little bit of a spin on it. There are so many token decks, and obviously mono red. Good lord, is there a lot of mono red. So how can mono blue really turn the tides, pun very intended, for that kind of stuff for a lot of creature decks? We got the Consuming Tide. Each player chooses a non-land permanent they control, return all non-land permanents not chosen this way to their owner's hands, then you draw a card for each opponent who has more cards in their hand than you. They usually do, so you do get a draw out of it, and with all the tokens and stuff, you do get to do that, but there's also like Leyline Bindings, there's also Ossifications, so I think that this is a very sneaky card to kind of turn the tides, pun intended, versus a lot of different things like Celestia Enchantments, mono red, and just pretty much anything. There's a lot of things that it can do. I also have a Teferi Temporal Pilgrim. I think versus control in like these really grindy matchups, this could be good. And you do have the Flow of Knowledge, so draw a card for each island you control. If you've got a Teferi out there and you hit the Flow of Knowledge, now I have play tested this and it was on the play queue, but this did happen and it was very epic. We used the -12 on the Teferi and it was absolutely awesome. So we do have a bunch of different ways that we can draw. Obviously the Thirst of Discovery, Flow of Knowledge, etc. for the Teferi. Only running one may be a little bit, I don't know, maybe I should run 2. But either way, with the Consuming Tide, I think this throws a little bit of a twist. I want to see if mono blue is still good enough for the meta. Go ahead and leave me a like. The button looks just like this, helps out the channel tremendously. Go ahead and subscribe if you have not already. And without further ado, let's get ready to vanquish some enemies. Alright, great Aviv. How are we doing here? Alright, let's go and keep this. Pretty solid hand here. We don't really have a threat, but we can always find something with the impulse, so not too concerned about that. Alrighty here, let's see what we got. Just maybe like some sort of control. Could be Esper control, could just be Azorius control, but we'll see. Consider on turn 2, not too bad. Let's see what we got. Let's see what you got. Are we going to go for impulse? Yep. Gonna be pretty much our only choice here. Let's see if we can get into a threat here. Oh wow, all land? I mean, alright, not the greatest thing here, but we got the Thirst for Discovery, and there's our lovely Teferi. Teferi is control player's nightmare, because we just can, like, it's really hard to take care of the Teferi. If they do run, like, Shelly's Edict or something like that, it does get a little bit difficult, but I'm gonna go for the Thirst of Discovery, flash in the Wandering Emperor, which it is what it is. Alright, this actually is pretty rough here, though, so we only have one island in our entire hand, so I'm kind of thinking maybe I get rid of... I don't know. I mean, we should probably get rid of, like, Consider, maybe? I definitely don't want to get rid of the land. Like, we're gonna need a lot of land in this matchup, so I'm gonna get rid of a March of Swirling. Oh god, this is actually kind of like a harder thing than it should be. Let's go ahead and get rid of one Flow of Knowledge. We have another one, and no, still a little bit shaky in the land department, but I think it should be okay. Let's go and drop our Haughty Djinn. That's kind of what our deck does. We do have the March of Swirling Mist for protection, and I got rid of the other March. Probably should not have done that. Hindsight's 2020 though. We'll see. Probably should have got rid of that Consider, but we'll see what we got going on here. All right, so we got the Haughty Djinn. Of course, we have the March of Swirling Mist. So the Soul Partition does not get rid of it permanently, so that's actually pretty interesting that they do this. I mean, do we care that much? We could go for March of Swirling Mist. I think we're gonna try. If we do have like another counter spell, at least we're gonna bait it out, and the Soul Partition doesn't get through. If they go for the throat, I'm a little bit more sad. So make this appear. That's better than go for the throat. Go for the throat would have been a lot worse, just because they would actually die. We can just bring back this Haughty Djinn. So I don't know. I don't think that's that big of a deal. Down to 17 we go. Still a little bit starved in the land department. Tolarian Terror. I'm running 2 terrors. Maybe I should kick that up to 3, but I don't know. So if I go for Thirst for Discovery, they don't have any blue up, so I'm not worried about a counterspell of any sorts. Let's go for Thirst of Discovery here. And, okay, at least we get 2 islands there. That's a lot better than just 1, so we can go like that. I'm going to drop the Tolarian Terror, which now costs 1, which is very beautiful, and a Fading Hope. I think it's a pretty good thing. Here we go, Consuming Tide. I'm a big fan of this card. This card, it sees, like, absolutely no play whatsoever, but I'm a huge fan of it. Especially in mono blue. I mean, there's so many token decks and stuff like that that I think it's... You need a way to kind of, like, maintain board advantage, and I think it's a great card. Alrighty, Emperor, what you got for me? Can't really touch my Terror, unless you want to go for like a board wipe, but... Count Dracula, oh my goodness, look at this. Look at that art, Count Dracula. I forgot what, it was some sort of promotion thing, but that's Soaring as Count Dracula, pretty freaking cool. But now listen, we got our Consuming Tide. Look at this. So they got all these cards. They got 4 non-land permanents. We are obviously, like, the reason this is so good for our deck is we typically only have like a Haughty Djinn or like a Terror or something like that, and then we just swipe the whole entire board. We're not going to get the draw from the Consuming Tide, but it's fine. So let's see what they take. I would assume they take either Emperor or Count Dracula, and they do keep one of their tokens, but the tokens go away. That's why I think it's so good. Let's see here. I guess we could Fading Hope the token. Let's swing in here. Let's swing in here. I don't know what I've got going on here. I definitely want to get this Teferi down, though. The Teferi is going to be pretty crucial. I think Teferi is going to be a little bit more important than doing Haughty Djinn, just because we don't really have the protection. And if we have Flow of Knowledge with Teferi, as you know, we can just draw pretty much our whole entire deck as soon as we have all the islands out, and then Teferi, we get a counter for each time we draw. Alright, let's see here. I mean, what are they thinking here? They're going to swing in, that's fine. It's not a big deal. I'm just thinking, should we go for this Fading Hope now? I mean, we don't have protection for Terror anyway. Like, we have no protection. Consider, Flow of Knowledge, Teferi. I'm going to go ahead and keep this. The reason being, I don't know, maybe if they have like a counter, we might want to have land for like a Make Disappear potentially, but we'll see. Right now we do have 2 threats. Oh, Farewell. Okay, Farewell actually not that bad though, because now they're tapped out. Now let's go for Teferi, Temporal, Pilgrim. Here we go, baby. Drop it. Teferi! How we doing here? How we doing?
I might not win.
Alright, alright. So, I mean, do I want to make the -2 or do I want to draw? I mean, I think we're gonna make a -2. Let's go ahead and put some pressure. Let's put some pressure. We've got the Consider, so we can always consider. As soon as we consider, we're gonna buff up this token as well. Count Dracula, sure. And a Sunset Revelry. That's fine, I suppose. That's fine. We can bear that. It shouldn't be that big of a deal. And another one. I would love another. We'll consider Make Disappear. Make Disappear. I mean, Make Disappear is always pretty good. I would like to. Yeah, I mean, we also have the Flow of Knowledge too. We have to kind of remember. So I don't know. I mean, they have an Emperor. I think this has Vigilance. So I don't know. It's kind of a catch-22. I think we're gonna get rid of it though. Another island, and look at this. Okay, so we're gonna get bigger every single turn with our Teferi little Vigilance Spirit token here. If we drop the Flow of Knowledge, we're gonna pretty much just gain just so much. It's close. Should I go for the a -2 for Teferi, or should I just kind of do it right now? Okay, well there we go. Let's just draw our whole entire deck essentially, and let's get rid of the 2 islands. I mean, I think we have enough land. I think we have got enough. I mean, we could probably get rid of Sleight of Hand, so maybe we should get rid of the Sleight of Hand. But look at that. Look at all of this. The Spirit with Teferi go up to 11. Unfortunately, we don't have another way to draw, or else we could just go for the -12 on Teferi. Sleight of Hand does not draw technically, so that is kind of unfortunate. But either way, we got this Teferi up to 11, and this is a good time. This is a good time. Maybe we should have made another token, but they do run a lot of board wipes too. So now that I've got the March of Swirling Mist, I think I definitely should have made another token rather than just hyping up the Teferi. But this thing's got Vigilance. This thing has Vigilance, so it's gonna get right through. I wouldn't have to worry about a Wandering Emperor of any sort, so that's fine. And we got 2 March of Swirling Mist. I'm completely okay with going for these March of Swirling Mist and exiling our hand. I don't care. We want to keep this token safe. But here's the thing, we can actually use them. The reason why March of Swirling Mist is so important, you have to pretty much use March of Swirling Mist in 4 of in this deck, because +1, yeah, it's fine, whatever. The reason you have to pretty much have March of Swirling is it pretty much swings games. It acts as protection, and then when you get your big Haughty Djinn, you get your big Spirit token creature thingy, you have to like push for game at some point. So that's why March of Swirling Mist is a 4 of. I don't even know. You might. I see some that like run like 1 or 2, and I'm like, no, you need to be running 4 March of Swirling Mist. Alright, swimming on in. That is fine. Down to 15. Big whoop. Big fat whoop. We gotta Make Disappear. Got March of Swirling Mist. I'm not too worried. Let's see what you got. I mean, obviously they're like, I mean, even if they can hold up the Emperor, I mean, they can't do a whole lot. I'm just trying to think here. Do I want to pass turn? Do I want to go for Fading Hope on something? We could Fading Hope the token to kind of just like push for lethal, but like we don't have another like Flow of Knowledge, so I'm trying to think here. We don't want to be too overzealous. We do have at least one March of Swirling Mist, but two. I guess if they had two spot removals, they could get by our March of Swirling Mist. So I'll just go ahead and end the turn. I think that's a little bit better. Now we got Consider, so we got some more draw action here. I mean, like, there's a lot of different lines that we could do. I'm pretty sure that we're, like, fine. I mean, I guess Sleight of Hand, we could kind of look for, like, maybe a little bit more protection. Protection is going to be pretty imperative here. We do have another Teferi. I guess we'll take a Teferi just in case we minus 12 this thing. I guess. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Why not? I mean, we got two March of Swirling Mist and a Make Disappear, so let's go ahead and just Fading Hope this little guy. If they want to go for Emperor, we still have something that we still have. We could either March of Swirling Mist it. We could consider to look for another answer. And they could just flash this in. They actually don't flash in the Emperor. I mean, they could make an Emperor and just make like a chump blocker, I guess. But at this point, look, we got the Haughty Djinn. So at this point, we got Haughty Djinn, and we've got Make Disappear and two March of Swirling Mist. I'm going to go ahead and make the -2. We should have done this a turn ago, but it's fine. As long as we have more food for the Make Disappear, I don't think they're going to be able to get rid of this. So we've got Make Disappear with Casualty food. With our Make Disappear, we can just sacrifice the 2/2 Spirit token. We've got two March of Swirling Mists and 2 extra cards in our hand. So, like, I don't see them being able to do. I don't see what they could have. A board wipe does not even do anything. We can just Make Disappear. I think this is pretty much good game. This board is terrifying. We can take Teferi, and by next turn, we're going to be able to just go for the -12 on Teferi. Alright, so this is going to be a 4/5. Let's see if they want to swing on Teferi. If they swing on Teferi, I guess I could be tempted to... Oh, okay, so we don't even have to worry about that. They're just swinging for our face, and that does absolutely not a single thing. And that does absolutely nothing. I mean, that just goes on to 11. We still have so much damage on board that it's just not even funny. And Count Dracula going for the +1. They are not going for the -2. So they go for +1. I guess they're digging for an answer. That makes a lot of sense considering this is a board that's going to kind of sweep you up here. So +1. Let's see what you got. They're going to take a little bit more damage as well. Okay. And they don't even grab it. They don't even grab it. Okay. Well, they go for Sunfall. Here we go. This is absolutely not even the slightest bit close to threatening. Because we have the Make Disappear. I guess we'll just go for Make Disappear first. Let's go for Make Disappear and just eat this. So that they do have 2 open mana sources here. So let's do this. And even if they did like have a counter, we just have the March of Swirling Mist. And we just get everything and they explode. And that is going to be it. GG's. Cosmonova, how are we doing here? Let's go ahead and keep this. So immediately you're going to see the Consuming Tide. What in the world is going on with the Consuming Tide? Oh, I think it's a pretty good card in certain matchups, but I don't know, Simic, I don't know what's going on here, but let's go for the Sleight of Hand. We've got a Fading Hope. Well, if I see a green in, I'm going to go in for the Fading Hope. We do have Make Disappears and stuff like that, so got the Impulse. I think we're okay. Let's see what we're playing, though. It all depends on what we're playing. Shigeki, alright, interesting. Okay. I'm just trying to, okay, a little bit of a brain fart there. Just trying to think of what I want to do here. Man, I don't really like this Shigeki. Shigeki's kind of tripping me out here. I guess we're gonna let it go. They can go ahead and tap it for 2 and do this. Not great here, but because we do have the Impulse, I think it's okay. I don't know what we're going. This looks like true blue Simic, so that's very interesting. We do have the Tolarian Terror. Let's go ahead and grab the Tolarian Terror. I think we're gonna need a little bit like an actual threat on the board eventually. So, all right, getting a little nervous here. The Make Disappears are going to be increasingly bad. All right, yep, do your thing. Deviant. Okay, so now we got a little bit more information about like the deck that we're going against up though. I mean, okay. They do have counter spells, which is interesting. So this is like Sultai control? Okay. I'm up for the challenge here. Mosswood Dread Knight. Okay, well we can't really make disappear that, so that's fine. I kind of want to go in for Thirst for Discovery. Yeah, I mean we could get rid of this. We could also Fading Hope it. So like whatever. I'm gonna go for the Thirst for Discovery. Yep, let's go ahead and get rid of a land here. Make our Tolarian Terror just a smidge cheaper, even though it's not wonderful right now. We do have the Consuming Tide. I just not really that comfortable with this. We do have to discard though, so I think let's just drop it. Let's just drop it. 5/5 Tolarian Terror with Ward 2. If they've got the kill spell, we got other things that we can do. Okay, Edict is Edict is the nuts. That is the nuts. Unfortunately, if they don't make use of this other 2, it won't be maybe as bad, but gonna need a little bit of help here. Shigeki, another Thirst for Discovery. Well, I think we just pass. Well, man, I guess let's go ahead and Fading Hope the Shigeki at this point. Fading Hope the Shigeki, just because let's slow them down. And there's our Haughty Djinn. That is going to be what we need here. Let's go ahead and pass the turn. 17 to 19. Yep, not gonna. This thing. Ugh. Be gentle, Dread Knight. Be gentle. Ouch. 14 to 19. Don't think it's the end of the world just yet. They're going for that Shigeki. They're really dead set on the Shigeki. Okay, here's a slither of the snake. Well, let's go in for the Thirst of Discovery. If they have the counter, it's not the end of the world. We're still gonna get our way. I'm gonna do this. We still have another land to play, so I guess we could get rid of a Sleight of Hand, and then I think we're gonna get rid of the land here. All right. More land anyway, so that's pretty good. We definitely need plenty of land. And now we can go in for Haughty Djinn. And we got 3 Make Disappears up. And we can go for Consuming Tide if they do go wide. So, alright. Looking pretty good. We got 3 Make Disappears. So I don't think we're going to be too threatened here. So we got the Haughty Djinn. It's been a while, Haughty Djinn. How you doing? How you doing? I mean, honestly, a little bit of backstory with me. Obviously, I did not play for a long time. Like about a year if you're new to the channel. I mean, you may have seen me before, but I have not played for about like a year. And this is the deck I played in silence, was mono blue all throughout that time. So I do have a little bit of an affinity for Djinn. Graveyard Trespasser, let's go ahead and, well, I mean, we could just go ahead and Consuming Tide this thing. I don't really think I care that much, particularly. If they hit the Tolarian Terror, yeah, I think this is fine. Because we're planning on going for the Consuming Tide, I don't particularly mind that much. This is fine. They're going to go for the Terror, which I kind of thought they would make the Djinn a little bit weaker, but they don't. I think this is a good time as any. I'm going to go for the Consuming Tide. So, Consuming Tide, each player is going to choose 1 permanent they control, non-land permanent, and I'm choosing my Djinn, obviously. They're probably like, what in the world is this? I think Consuming Tide is really, really good with all the, Oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. I think it's really good with all the token decks. So, at least we get to put one thing back. We do force the Shigeki. And we are going to draw 1 card from the Consuming Tide. And another Consuming Tide, which is pretty nice. Just trying to think of how I want to play this. I think we are going to go for Sleight of Hand at least once. Let's do it at least once, just so we can get into 7. Consider or a land. I think we did hit our land drop, so I'm not too worried about that. Up to 7. How many Make Disappears do we actually want? I would like to see if we could get into, like, maybe a creature of some sort, just so that we can make Disappear a little bit harder. Let's go for 1 more. I think we're okay with this. Let's go for 1 more Sleight of Hand. And the Flow of Knowledge, that is kind of what we want. That's kind of the finishing crunch here. All right. Yeah, I think this is fine. Let's go ahead and swing in. I think at this point we do win a race, so let's go ahead and do that. But, I mean, like, even the Consuming Tide is actually not even, like, that great in this matchup. There are way better matchups, like the Boros tokens. Even, like, Mono Red, it's pretty decent. But they want to start racing here. They can weaken the Haughty Djinn here. Or they can just go for a creature. Is there a creature here somewhere? I don't think there actually is. So they're probably just going to weaken the Haughty Djinn by 1. Probably just get rid of an instant or sorcery, I would imagine. Yep, okay. Down to 7 we go, but that's fine. We were planning on swinging in twice anyway. I mean, we were really planning on pushing for lethal. Unless we get this flow of knowledge. If we get this flow of knowledge, we only discard 2. No, that's not going to be enough. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But this is a very interesting deck here. The Shigeki with like the Sultai control angle is pretty interesting. What you got here? How many cards do they have in their hand? Shigeki? Yeah, well, that's fine. 7. Just 7. Okay. Oh, they're going for what? What are you doing? Dread Knight. Sure. We also pack a lot of March of Swirling Mist, so that's not too worrisome. I'm gonna go for the Consider. We got at least one more Make Disappear, so even like I go for the Throat, we should be okay. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that, see if we can get something else. Another Haughty Djinn. If we go for Consuming Tide, we still have enough for a Make Disappear after a Flow of Knowledge, so I'm just trying to think if we can go for a lethal here. If we go for Consuming Tide, that's 1, that's 9, and then Flow of Knowledge would make, that should be enough, so let's go for Consuming Tide. Don't think it particularly matters what they bring back. They can't go for Shigeki, this thing has Summoning Sickness. As long as we have this 1 Make Disappear, they only have 3. So, I mean, I'm assuming, like, what do they have? Like a go for the Throat? I mean, they can't really do much about it. So we do draw. Down up to 9. This Flow of Knowledge should be enough for lethal, because this itself is 1, and then we discard 2 non-lands, or spells, rather. So, as long as we keep up this Make Disappear, I'm going to go for lethal. Flow of Knowledge, and we're going to draw, like, our whole entire deck here. like our whole deck. As long as we get rid of 2... Bang, bang. That's 12. And then we have a Make Disappear just in case. So, I mean, I'm trying to think of what card they could have that could get around a Make Disappear. I don't think they could. And it's looking like we got it. We got pretty much our whole hand here. No way! Oh my god! Oh, Colossal Sky Turtle. I didn't even think of that. Oh my god. Okay. So we just ate crap there. Holy crap. Okay. I should have even gone with Impulse. Oh my god. We probably just lost off that. Oh my god. Colossal Sky Turtle. What a card. I guess I should have been a little bit more aware of that, huh? Oh my goodness. We got rid of all of our land too, so we're not gonna hit our land drop. The game is not over, but that was a major yeah. I should have been a little bit more cognizant of Colossal Sky Turtle. Ugh, okay. Okay. Let's see if it goes nighttime. If they're gonna play anything, it does go nighttime. They had 12 life. We still have enough for some Djinns. Some Djinns and Scotches. 3-2. I mean, I'm surprised. We do have March of Swirling Mist. I think I'm running 3. Maybe 2? I haven't seen one yet, so it's a little not great. The Colossal Sky Turtle, though. My goodness. Shigeki. Fading Hope. Okay. Let's go ahead and just play down the Haughty Djinn. See if they've got a count. They are playing counter spells, too, so that is a little scary. We could go for a Haughty Djinn number 2, have these Make Disappears. I think we go for Impulse. Let's go ahead and just try and snag a land here. I think it is worth it to do that. We do kind of like net break even as long as we have 1 island within 4 cards. That's fine. Drop you. Plus we also strengthen the Djinn this way. So, what's better? Is it better to have a Fading Hope and 1, 2, 3, all 4 make disappears? I think it is. Instead of having 2 Djinns. I think so. So I'm just gonna pass. But yeah, that Colossal Sky Turtle, oh my god, I got some humble pie on that one, huh? Alright, let's pass. I wonder where our March of Swirling Mist is, though. Well, I guess I should Fading Hope the Shigeki now. Gosh, I'm... Sky Turtle. For Edict. I mean, we can make disappear that, so that's not the end of the world. I'm gonna go ahead and Fading Hope the Shigeki here. Another Haughty. Do I want another Haughty? Sure, whatever. I don't think it particularly matters that much. We've got 4 make disappears. Oh my god, this has been pretty fun. I mean, like I said, another Colossal Sky Turtle, and we're looking pretty bad again. So I can't say nothing yet. So if they did clear the board somehow, and they have the Colossal Sky Turtle that they could hit with the Graveyard Trespasser, and that would theoretically be lethal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, there's no way they can do that. So let's see what they do here. I think they're... I don't know what they're going to do. I don't really know. Flow of Knowledge is fine. Take me down to 12. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and block here. Down to 4 we go. Can they kill me for 4? I mean, I don't think... I mean, again, they got the Colossal Sky Turtle, then they're good to go. We have all 4 make disappears in our deck in our hand with the Haughty Djinn. That's just not fair. Alright, well, I don't know what they got going on. March of Wretched Sorrow. Alright. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, yeah, this is fine. Let's go for Make Disappear. Make Disappear number 1. Let's see if they want to pay it. Let's see if they pay it. Alright, they're gonna pay it. Let's go for Make Disappear number 2. Oh my. Yep. Make Disappear number 3. Oh my god, this is ridiculous. And Make Disappear. I'm gonna say, hey, it is what it is. We're gonna go into Cheers to You. Make Disappear number 4. A little bit cocky on my end, but it is what it is. We have to do it. Let's go ahead and give it to him. Clank it up. Wow.